Hello guys, how we doing? It's Luke here. It is Tuesday night. I will put this out tomorrow morning, hopefully, if I get the chance. Got to do the video as quick as I can because some news has come out. Ex-West Ham employee. I know a few channels have reacted on this now. I just thought it's fair to give my opinion on it as well. Thanks to X for giving us this update. Few exciting things, few things that are a little bit nervy in terms of West Ham's future. Thomas Soucek is apparently West Ham are prepared to listen to offers for him, and the rumour is that the contract talks have stalled a little bit. Question marks over his form this season and his impact on the team. It's a tough one. His first season was such an influential one. Many can argue that this season, with Rice being, made into that new role where he was able to get forward, it's put the shackles on Soucek. I remember, obviously, I think it was the Watford game where Rice, he suspended Rice, and Soucek played that game and he scored in that game, and that was a bit the old Soucek. Soucek runs around. Work rate can never be faulted. Scored an important goal against Seville as well. I think it's the money. It's what sort of money you're going to get for him. If we're talking 30-40s, 35, 40, I think it's worth considering. Listen, he's limited in terms of passing. He doesn't carry the ball. Gets a tackle in, works hard, good in the box. Moving forward as a team, maybe that is a position that could be improved. And we'll talk about some of the players in a minute. Interesting one for me. I wouldn't mind if he stays as well. I like Big Tom. I do like Big Tom. That I will, sit here and say he hasn't been what he was the season before. But sometimes players do go through that. They're an unknown quantity when they come in. And then obviously they get found out a little bit, and then it's whether they can, recapture that same sort of form. He has played a hell of a lot of games, and looked increasingly tired towards the end of that, which, like I say. Fredericks looks like he's going to be on his way out as well. Again, we've got Soufal and Johnson there. If Soufal stays, again, people will link him back to that Instagram post where he said hopefully be there next season. If Soucek was to go, would Soufal go? I thought we started seeing the better of Soufal again towards the end of the season. Obviously, unknown to us, he was playing with an injury sort of in the middle of the season. So, I want to keep Soufal. I quite like the guy. He can put the ball in the box. I don't want to see Soufal go at all. Another rumour, some names that are coming in now. Again, these are proper, I believe it when I see it ones. These are, some dream signings here. James Ward-Prowse, a player you will know I love him as a player. I think, the way he pings the ball left and right, his free kicks, his set pieces, which is a big part of our game. Because I know some people, and I see something on TalkSport actually today, where they were saying, what else does he offer? He shouldn't really have got picked for England and stuff like that. He does work hard, and probably technically better on the ball than Soucek. I'm not sure what his tackling rate is. I don't know about that. But, in terms of quick release and, the ability to ping the ball, how reliant we are on set pieces, and having one of the best set piece coaches in European football in Nevin. I would love it. I'd love to have him now. I really, really would love to have him now. I think he's a really, really good player, and I like this building up of English quota. I think they get the game. It's going to take a hell of a lot of money to get him out there, and then it's whether you think he's worth that money. I think it's going to take probably in the region of 60 million to get him out of there. I know there was quoted as 75, but I reckon 60 might get him out of there. Southampton won't want to sell him. He's just signed a new contract. They hold all the cards. I don't think he'll necessarily want to move either. But it's whether Southampton thinks 60 million is a good offer. In the past, they've sold really good players in the past. So does it excite me thinking about a midfield of, Rice, Ward-Prowse and Lingard potentially? Yes, it does. I think that would be a very, very good midfield. I think that would... be quite effective midfield as well. You've got someone who can ping and pass. You've got Rice with the work rate, and then you've got Lingard who can carry the ball and score goals. It's quite exciting. Lingard won. Apparently we've offered him the contract, and like I said in my tweet, if he wants to come, he wants to come. If he don't, move on very, very quickly and get someone else in. The other two names is the Watkins. Watkins has picked up a little bit more pace. Fabrizio Romano came out and said that, he spoke to Gerrard and he said he's fighting hard to keep Watkins with West Ham interested. And X was also confirming that as well as Broja as well, if Watkins was to break down. Either of them I'd be quite happy with. Ollie Watkins, big lump, links play well, something, that will be quite important going forward. Something that Antonio does lack is that link-up play. He'd be able to keep the ball, release it quickly to Bowen, or maybe Emmanuel Dennis on the left-hand side if the Dennis rumours are true. I hope one of them does come off. I really, really do. And Brozier, I'm a fan of him. He's a bit more old school, bit more bully a striker. Went a bit quiet towards the end. But another rumour I did read as well, again I can't see it, I really can't see it, is Conor Gallagher. Apparently you can get him out of Chelsea for about 50 million. If I had to pick between Ward Price and Conor Gallagher, I'd be going Conor Gallagher. I think he's a top player, top young player, and shows a real intent and ambition, to go and buy young English talent. But me personally, I think he'll be starting for Chelsea next year. I really, really do. I think Chelsea will have a bit of a clear out. And they'll go for a bit of a project again. I would love to see it, but I can't see it myself personally. The only other thing that was said was about Said Benrahma. Apparently offers are also being listened to for Said Benrahma. Very, very frustrating season for him. Started so well and looked really, really good. Scored some good goals in the Europa League as well. But listen, if Moyes doesn't fancy him, then you've got to get him out the door. You could probably get a really good price for him as well. Like I say, if you could get him out of the club and you bring in Emmanuel Dennis for the same sort of price, so sort of like, they meet each other's price sort of thing. Yeah, it's a shame. There is a really good player in Benrahma, there really, really is, but he's so frustrating. I don't know whether it's partly because the shackles are on him and Moyes, sometimes he has to do what Moyes wants him to do, which is right. Moyes is the manager. Moyes, has his methodology and how he wants to play football. But I think at a club, say when it's somewhere like Villa, I think Villa would just let him do what he wants to do, and he'll be allowed to express himself, and he'll probably go and score 10 goals for Villa or someone like that if he went somewhere where he didn't have to do the defensive shift. But again, that's how Moyes plays, and that's what it's got to be. Again, wouldn't be too disappointed if he stays, but if he does go and a decent replacement comes in, I'm all for it. Anyway, loads of exciting stuff, guys. Enjoy your day. As I say, this is being filmed on Tuesday night, so Wednesday morning in the future for those of you watching it. Until next time, guys, come on you irons, keep believing. Let's go.